Ever thought you could lose weight by not eating? Sounds like a dream, right? Well, welcome to the world of 16/8 intermittent fasting. Let's take a quick dive into this global sensation. Intermittent fasting, as the name suggests, is all about cycling between periods of eating and, you guessed it, fasting. It's not so much about what you eat, but when you eat. Intriguing, isn't it? Now, one of the stars of this show is the 16/8 method. Imagine this. You fast for 16 hours and then have an 8-hour window where you can eat. Sounds simple enough, doesn't it? This method has been making waves for its potential benefits, including weight management and improved metabolic health. But wait, before you start envisioning a world free of calorie counting and meal prep, let's take a step back. So, if fasting is the new eating, should we all jump on this bandwagon? Hold on to your forks, folks. We're about to stir the pot. Imagine feeling like a contestant in the Hunger Games, but without the cool bow and arrows? Welcome to the world of 16/8 intermittent fasting. You're on one side of the arena, and on the other side is a 16-hour fasting window. You can see the finish line, but boy does it seem far away. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, hunger. It's like that annoying friend who shows up uninvited. Despite our best efforts, sometimes we just can't shake off those hunger pangs. And when you're staring down a 16-hour fasting window, they can feel more like roars than rumbles. But wait, there's more. Social events can become a bit tricky. You're at a party, there's food everywhere, but your eating window closed hours ago. So while everyone else is enjoying the buffet, you're sipping on water and counting the hours until your next meal. It's like being Cinderella at the ball, but instead of losing a glass slipper, you're losing out that delicious slice of cake. And let's not forget about those impromptu lunch meetings at work. Suddenly, your well-planned eating window is thrown off balance and you're left scrambling to adjust. But hey, don't this scare you away, it's not all doom and gloom. There are ways to navigate these challenges. You could try adjusting your eating window to better fit your schedule. Or maybe keep some healthy snacks on hand for when hunger strikes. It's about finding what works best for you. So, before you dive headfirst into 16/8 intermittent fasting, just remember, it can be a bit like playing the Hunger Games. You're going to need strategy, determination, and maybe a little bit of luck. So if you're someone who can't skip a meal without turning into a grizzly bear, this might be a bit of a challenge. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more insightful content to help you navigate the world of intermittent fasting. Ever tried solving a puzzle with missing pieces? That's what your body might feel like on a 16/8 fasting schedule. So it's time to address the elephant in the room, or rather the missing nutrients in the plate. With 8 hours to eat and 16 to fast, it can be a real challenge to ensure you're getting all the nutrients your body needs to function at its best, especially if you're also trying to cut calories. It's a bit like trying to run a marathon with one leg. You might get to the end, but it's going to be a lot harder. Now imagine you're a vegetarian or vegan, or have a medical condition that requires a specific diet. You already have a limited palette of foods to choose from. Add in a restricted eating window and you're essentially playing nutritional Jenga. Remove one piece and the whole thing could come toppling down. It's not just about what you eat, but also when and how much. Many nutrients are better absorbed when eaten with others. For example, iron and vitamin C are a dynamic duo, with vitamin C helping your body absorb more iron. But if your eating window doesn't allow for meals that pair these nutrients together, your iron levels could take a hit. Likewise, if you're an athlete or fitness enthusiast, getting enough protein throughout the day is crucial for muscle recovery and growth. But cramming all your protein in 1 or 2 meals can be as effective as trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Your body can only absorb so much protein at once, so any excess might just go to waste. So, what's the takeaway? Well, while a 16/8 fasting schedule can have potential benefits, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's important to listen to your body and adjust your diet to ensure you're getting all the nutrients you need. Remember, you wouldn't drive a car with an empty gas tank, so why would you expect your body to function at its best without the proper fuel? So if you're on a special diet or have medical conditions, this could be like playing nutritional Jenga. Who needs roller coasters when you can experience adrenaline spikes and crashes right at home? Welcome to the energy roller coaster, courtesy of the 16/8 intermittent fasting regime. You see, when you're fasting for extended periods, your body has to find alternate sources of fuel. And this can lead to some interesting and often challenging shifts in your energy levels. Now imagine trying to concentrate on a complex task, or pushing through a high-intensity workout on an empty stomach. Sounds like a Herculean task, doesn't it? Well, it's not just your imagination. Research suggests that fasting can indeed impact cognitive function and physical performance. Your brain, in particular, has a voracious appetite for glucose, its preferred source of energy. When glucose is scarce, such as during a fasting period, your brain might feel a bit like a car running on fumes. The result? You might find yourself struggling with mental fog and difficulty concentrating. The same goes for physical performance. Your muscles also rely heavily on glucose for fuel, especially during high-intensity activities. So, if you're fasting and decide to hit the gym for a grueling workout, you might find your usual energy reserves are noticeably depleted. Now you might be thinking, well, I'll just load up on energy during my eating window. And yes, adjusting meal timing and composition could help somewhat. But remember, your body can only store so much energy at a time. So it's a bit like trying to fill a leaky bucket. You can keep pouring in water, but if the bucket's leaking, you're always going to be playing catch-up. Of course, everyone's body responds to fasting differently. Some people might find they can adjust and maintain reasonable energy levels. Others may feel like they're on a never-ending energy roller coaster with peaks during the eating window and precipitous drops during the fasting period. So if you're a high-performance athlete or just need your brain to work past noon, you might want to rethink this. After all, intermittent fasting is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's important to listen to your body and adjust your approach as needed. Imagine playing a game of Russian roulette with your health. Sounds fun, right? Well, let's dive right into the deep end and talk about health risks. When you're going for the long haul with 16/8 intermittent fasting, it's not just about battling hunger pangs or solving the nutrient puzzle. There's another player in the game, your body's stress response. Yes, you heard it right. Prolonged fasting can trigger a stress response in your body. It's like your body saying, hey, are we in a famine? Should I start conserving energy? It's a survival instinct, folks. But here's the kicker. This stress response, if sustained over a long period, could potentially lead to some undesirable metabolic adaptations. Your body might start slowing down your metabolism to conserve energy, making it harder for you to lose weight in the future. It's like your body's version of a trust issue. And let's not forget about the potential risks for those with underlying health conditions. If you have diabetes, for instance, prolonged fasting could lead to dangerously low blood sugar levels. If you're dealing with a heart condition, the stress response could put unnecessary strain on your ticker. And for those who are pregnant or nursing, fasting could potentially compromise the nutrient supply to the baby. But hey, don't let this scare you away from the idea of 16/8 intermittent fasting. It's all about individualization and monitoring. Remember, we're all unique with our own set of dietary needs and health conditions, so it's crucial to listen to your body and consult with a healthcare professional before embarking on this fasting journey. And for those with specific nutritional requirements, it's like walking on a tightrope. You need to ensure you're getting all the nutrients your body needs in that short 8-hour window. It's not impossible, but it's certainly a challenge. In a nutshell, 16/8 intermittent fasting can be a bit of a gamble. It could be a game changer for some, but a potential health risk for others. So if you've got underlying health conditions or specific nutritional needs, better have your doctor on speed dial. So is 16/8 fasting the magic bullet for weight loss? Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. Let's boil it down, shall we? We've talked about hunger pangs, the social disruptions, and the potential for nutrient deficiencies. We've also touched upon the energy roller coaster that might make you feel like you're riding a unicycle on a tightrope. And let's not forget the health risks for those with certain conditions or specific nutritional requirements. It's clear that 16/8 fasting is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's like trying to squeeze into a pair of jeans from your high school days. Sure, it might work for some, but for others, it's a button-popping disaster. Before you dive headfirst into the fasting pool, remember to consult with a healthcare professional. Understand your body, your needs, and your limits. Remember, folks, before you go from foodie to fasting fanatic, make sure you've got all your bases covered, because as they say, you can't outrun a bad diet or a bad diet plan. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Stay tuned.